You've just tuned in to NNUTS podcast. Yeah, that's right, NNUTS. Nothing new under the sun. So make sure you tune in, because this is where it's at. You don't want to miss it. You hear me? Let's go. Into the UTS. Into the UTS. Into the UTS. Into the UTS. Nothing new under the sun. And yeah, we're the best. Into the UTS. Into the UTS. Into the UTS.
What's up? This your boy Brian, and I'm back on NNUTS. Nothing new under the sun. This is going to be a shorter one because I realize that people don't like to. The attention spans on the internet. It's not that long. Welcome, subscribe, and let me know what you're thinking.
Giving you the real.
NNUTS. Nothing new under the sun, and this is my next episode. Episode 5, I believe. So this week I was talking to my son and trying to get an understanding of what's going on. Like, he hit me with this text out of the blue, like, Dad, I'm working on being a better person, and I'm doing better every day, and I am trying to live up to you guys' expectations, and you guys as being me and his mom. And when I got it, it was early in the morning, so I felt like I had to reflect on it. And one of the things that I was wondering is like, what do he think my expectations of my children that I expect him to live up to? And it's this running joke. Hold on, let me bring this back. So, like, the main reason why I do this podcast is so we get these lessons from generations passed down, and that was one of the main reasons why I wanted to actually speak and get my voice heard. So, like, generation after generation beyond me can get the knowledge that was passed down to me. I could pay it for it. So when my son sent me this text, I was like, okay, let me break down my expectations of my children, right? So as I was talking to his mother about the expectations, like, I kind of just wanted to, like, I don't know who all has the talk about what expectations, but I kind of drilled it down to him. Like, my expectation is for you to live the life that you want to live. It's not that, hey, like, I need my son to be in the NBA, I need my son to make millions of dollars. No, that's not my expectations of my children. My expectations of my children is to live the life that they choose to live, not the life that's been dictated to them. Like, in my life, I felt like forces have moved me more than I've directed my life. And I felt like the knowledge that I had wasn't sufficient enough for me to witness my full potential. And so my kids and my plan for my kids in the future for them is to be able to live the life that they want to live. And if that's the life of a factory worker, and you live in good, and you satisfied with your life, then that's what I want. I don't want the system to dictate their life versus them saying, hey, like, I want a new car. I want them to be able to understand how to get that new car and make it happen for themselves. I want them to be able to not be burdened with not understanding credit. I don't want them to be burdened with not understanding how the system is kind of geared towards kind of pushing them a certain way. So my expectations for my children are that they live a productive life. And when I say productive, I mean to the point where they're not. So my job here on earth is to leave the earth better than I found it. And that's what I'm expecting my kids to do, right? I can't leave it better and then leave a deficit on them. So I'm expecting my kids to live a better life and more and leave this world a better place than what they found it. I expect them to reach one, teach one. I expect them to love and cherish family. These are my expectations. And when I say family, it don't have to be blood. If they're adopted family, like the best friends that you ever have, like it's always pay it forward. So as I try to pay it forward, I'm trying to set the example and live the example. So my expectations is not to make a whole lot of money. It's to live the best life that you can. It's to live the best life that you want to live and actually bring people up and make this world a better place. That's all my expectations are. And if I'm missing something, chime in, let me know what you think.
What the word?
Technology. I want to tackle cryptocurrency. Cryptocurrency being a digital currency, being the currency that it's basically a math formula, right? And only you have the key to unlock what's in your math formula, how much of your math formula is. And like you hear people talking about it's a scam, it's this, and I want to put it in perspective, in my perspective, right? So to me, technology is supposed to improve your life. Right now, we have cash that many people really don't actually hold cash anymore. It's more credit transactions. It's basically a ledger system when you're using your checking account or using your debit card or you're using a credit card. It's a ledger system, right? So you don't actually have something physically in your hand. You just say, this is what I have, this is what I want to buy, and together they meet, and boom, that's the transaction, right? And I just got to make sure I have more than my transactions, right? So with cryptocurrency, the ledger is the ledger, right? The ledger is, hey, I can tell you who's on this from the start to the beginning, from alpha to omega. That's what cryptocurrency is. And I know people are saying like, yo, and don't get me wrong, there are a bunch of scams around anything, right? Yeah, we think about money and the scams around money. Hey, like they got people passing out fake money. If that ain't a scam, I don't know what it is. But you know what? Let me stick to crypto, right? So crypto is what I call a free market basically currency, because it's only worth what a person is willing to pay for it. If you look at our dollar is worth what the Federal Reserve Bank kind of dictates that market, right? They kind of floods the market with money, and that's the value of it. Flood the market with money, or take the money, or uncirculate money, right? And that dictates the value of your dollar. You don't have a say in how much your dollar's worth. Now you have a say in how much you're willing to spend on what you're willing to spend that dollar, but pretty much the dollar's value is set at a market rate based on a lot of different variables. Now with cryptocurrency and the way that it's portrayed, the way that I've seen it portrayed is that it has no value. Well, money has no value until you put it on there. It used to be backed by gold, but now it's not backed by gold. It's backed by a standard of manipulation. And I guess that's any market that you're in, that it's a standard of manipulation, but it's what manipulation you're willing to stand for. One of the reasons why I've got behind cryptocurrency and I'm fully involved in cryptocurrency is because you have to understand it costs a lot of money to make money. Like the technology that they putting into making money is bananas, right? So I can see that going away. I can see that just like home phones. I see it going away. People get used to it and they like it and it's nice, but at the end of the day, it gets irrelevant. Like some people think the regular clock will also go away. I think that anything that you have to spend, just think of your email and how you pay your bills. Like I rarely get mail. I like my bills coming to my email. It's just easier for me to keep track of. But so money will be obsolete one way or the other, and digital currency is just the start of that obsolescence. And before you knock it, before you say, "Hey, I can't hold it. It doesn't exist," I'm gonna ask you, when was the last time you held all your money? It don't exist. It's cool that, and understand this, if you go to the bank and ask for all your money, and more than 20% of the people do that, you will send this economy into you will bankrupt a bank. So let's be open-minded and look at the concept of it, right? The concept is a piece of your digital property out here, and whatever you want to do with it, whatever you want to sell it for, if you want to sell your Bitcoin for 2 lambs an acre, then that's what the sale rate is for, right? Other than that, it is what it is. And I'm gonna tell you that I'm gonna be 100, because like as you look at places like Venezuela, right? Venezuela got a currency problem, and one of the reasons why I invested in Bitcoin, and I'm not a big investor, I don't have a lot of money, so don't think that I'm pushing this off on you. Hey, take everything that I say with a grain of salt and do your own research, okay? But I'm gonna tell you, you look at Venezuela and the hyperinflation, that means like bread went, just think of it like this. If bread went from $1 to $18 for a loaf of bread, how would you feel, right? So now with cryptocurrency being available, you can kind of say, hey, look, maybe I don't even buy this bread. Maybe I just buy some bread off the internet, or maybe I'm not worried about my country devaluating my cash to the point where I came to the point where it don't make, till it's not worth anything. And that's what happened in Venezuela. They just kept printing money. You keep printing money, the value of money will go away. Check it out, cryptocurrency, and I'll speak more on that at a later date.
Check out NNUTS. Nothing new under the sun.